Hello everyone. In the last video what we have done, we have converted wedge dash to Fisher projection for a chiral molecule which containing only one chiral center, right? Now in this particular video we will be converting a compound containing more than one chiral center, that is two chiral center. Wedge dash representation will be converted into Fisher. Now we will understand how to do it. Okay. Now listen, first you understand with the help of a model that how wedge dash representation will be for a particular molecule. Suppose I have this particular chemical model where I have two chiral centers, right? Now listen, this is a chiral center, this is a chiral center. Both these carbons are forming four bonds, right? Green, white, red and another group here. Green, white, red, another group here. So these two carbons are forming four bonds, right? They are forming four bonds. Now understand here that in this particular molecule I want to represent first this molecule into wedge dash. Okay. Now whenever two chiral centers are attached, we know that a sigma bond rotation is possible between the two carbons, right? Now I can have any orientation over here because of this sigma bond rotation, and this different orientation or orientation of groups in three-dimensional space is known as conformations, right? So here we are just understanding how to draw this molecule in wedge dash representation first. Okay. So I am just holding this molecule here. I know this is a chiral center, this is a chiral center. So understand that the bonds which are in a plane of a paper will be represented by normal bonds here like this. Now once I have drawn these normal bonds, right? Now this is the chiral center, this is the chiral center. I know that if these two bonds are like this, in the previous video I told you how to just draw another two bonds. I told you just visualize two molecules here which are facing towards you, then other two molecules will be away from you at the plane perpendicular to this particular plane. So this like this. So if these two bonds are like this here, the other two bonds will be in this plane here, which is represented like this. If these two bonds are here in this same plane, other two bonds will be here. See the orientation will be exactly like this, which we have which we have analyzed by using our fingers, right? Now listen. The other two bonds will be, one will be towards you, which is wedge, other will be away from you, which is dash. If these two bonds are like this, right, the other two bonds will be in this direction. You can visualize it with the help of this. If this is the bond here in this direction, the plane of the paper, if this direction of these two bonds are here, the other two bonds will be like this. So one will be towards you, which will be represented by wedge, and other will be represented by dash. Now what I'll do here, I'll use this molecule, right? This is green, this is green, this is white above, this is red, this is red, this is white. Now I want to draw the Fisher projection here. Like, now understand the planes which are towards you and away from you, the groups which are towards you and away from you, this plane, this plane. Just hold the molecule like this and face it toward like this. Now when you are visualizing the molecule in such a way that these two planes are facing towards you in this direction, then what will happen? These two bonds will become horizontal, these two bonds will become horizontal, everything will become vertical over here. Getting my point? So understand, I'll get a Fisher projection where I'll be getting green above, I'll be getting red here, white here, and red here. This is the way a Fisher projection has to be drawn. Okay, but I will not recommend students to actually hold the molecule like this and then rotate it like this, then visualize. It's very confusing for a student. So what we'll do, we'll devise a new method, right? Now instead of rotating this molecule towards you, what we'll do, we will visualize the molecule from a particular side such that these two groups will automatically face towards me. So rather than standing like this and visualizing this molecule in that way, I'll rather stand here towards the planes which are facing towards me. Getting it? So these two planes are facing towards me. Now understand that these two planes are actually facing towards me. Now which group will be on the top? Green. Which group will be on the bottom? Green. So understand that I'll get a vertical line where there will be two chiral center represented by this horizontal line. So these are chiral center. Now on the top I have green, on the bottom I have green, right? Now listen. If I'm standing here on the top carbon here, I know white is coming in this direction. So white will be on my which side? Left, and red will be on my right side. So I'll write white on the left hand side and red on the right hand side. Here below carbon, red is on the left hand side and white on the right hand side. So I'll be getting red on the left hand side, white on the right hand side. So I'll get the same thing. Either I don't have to rotate this molecule, right? So I am giving you some extra example of wedge dash representation which you have to convert to Fisher one. Okay. The first example here I'll be giving here. Now listen. Now this is the molecule. Now these are the bonds in the plane of the paper or board. Now these two bonds in the plane of the board, the other two bonds will be here. One will be towards you, other will be away from you. One will be towards you, other will be away from you. This is CH3, let's say, this is COOH, and this is Cl, this is H, this is Br, this is iodine, let's say. Now understand that you have to visualize this molecule such that the planes like this should face towards you. So I'll not rotate the molecule, I'll not do anything, I'll just assume myself here. I'm just visualizing the molecule from the top like this. I'm visualizing the molecule from the top like this. This is my head, these are my legs. Now understand, this carbon will come on the top. Now understand, on the top what I'll visualize, I'll be getting this COOH. In the bottom I'll be getting this CH3. Now if I'm visualizing the molecule like this, the carbon on the top will have bromine which is coming on the right hand side like this. So if bromine is coming on the right hand side, iodine is coming on the left hand side. So I'll just write bromine, I'll just write iodine, I'll just write chlorine, I'll just write hydrogen. As chlorine is also again coming on the right hand side, hydrogen will come on the left hand side. So the Fisher projection of this molecule will be like this. Getting it? Now one more question so that the clarity becomes crystal and you will understand everything properly. So I'll draw this molecule. Now this is slightly challenging. Now understand that this is the chiral center, this is the chiral center. These two bonds are here. The plane will be like this. The other two molecules will be in this plane. One will be towards you, other will be away from you. Towards down, one will be towards you, other will be away from you. Let's say this is CH3, let's say this is C2H5, let's say this is deuterium, this is tritium, let's say this is chlorine, this is bromine. Now understand, I have a molecule where the one plane is here, deuterium and tritium. Deuterium is facing towards you, tritium is going away from you. Other plane is like this. Getting it? Where Cl is towards you and Br is away from you. I cannot draw a Fisher projection of this molecule because if I am rotating the molecule, no, one of the plane will be towards you, other plane will be away from you, and Fisher projection says that both the planes should face towards you. Then only these two bonds will come in the horizontal line. Now in this position they cannot come on the horizontal line, right? Now I know the sigma bond rotation is possible. See, the orientation of the groups is given like this. This is the way a molecule is represented to you by wedge dash representation. Now understand what I have to do. Either I have to rotate, this is a representation given to us, right? Let's say green and green this way. Now yeah, just match with this. This is CH3, this is deuterium, this is tritium, this is C2H5, this is chlorine, this is bromine, right? Now understand, I want to draw Fisher projection. I cannot draw the Fisher projection for this molecule, because even if I am rotating the molecule towards you, one plane will face towards you, other plane will go away from you. Now either you do one thing, rotate above carbon by 180 degree, or rotate below carbon by 180 degrees, so that these two planes or these two groups will come in the same plane. Getting it? So they will come in the same direction per se. So they should come in the same direction. So both should face towards you, like this. Understood? So either you rotate top carbon or bottom carbon. Now while rotating a particular carbon by 180 degree, now understand things. The thing which is on the thing like here, like this, I am rotating it by 180 degree. Now see what will happen. The green molecule or this green group, if I am rotating by 180 degree, will come here. See, now check the position of white and red. Now if white is towards you, if I am rotating it by 180 degree, the white will go away from you, the red is away from you. If I am rotating it by 180 degree, the red will become towards you. That means after rotation by 180 degree, the group which is facing towards you becomes away from you, and the group which is away from you will become towards you. Getting it? Now remember this thing always. Now what I'm doing, I'm just rotating this down carbon, right? If I'm rotating this carbon by 180 degrees, so that I will get the molecules which are in the same plane, in this plane, should face in the same direction. So if I'm rotating by 180 degree, what will happen? I'll get CH3, I'll get C2H5. Now I'm not rotating this carbon, so the deuterium will be towards you, no change in this orientation. The chlorine atom which is facing towards you will become away from you, and the bromine atom which is away from you will face towards you. Now if you got this molecule, now you can draw the Fisher projection of this molecule. Now where will you stand? Obviously these two should face towards you here. We'll just stand here in this direction. So if I am standing over here looking the molecule, so the Fisher projection for this molecule will be like this. See, above I'll get CH3, below I'll get C2H5, right? Now just tell me which thing will be on the right hand side, which thing will be on the left hand side. Tritium, which is going inside this board, I'm visualizing the molecule from this side. Tritium is going inside, so it will be on the right hand side. Deuterium is coming out, my left hand side. So deuterium will be on the left hand side, tritium will be on the right hand side. Chlorine is going inside towards right, and bromine is coming outside towards left. So towards right chlorine, and towards left I have bromine. So this is the way wedge dash representation is converting into Fisher projection, right? And you have to use these tricks, and hopefully you understood these things properly. And if you understood it, do like and subscribe this channel. Thank you.